crack takes you into the darkest recesses of your soul, as well as the darkest corners of every community. Unlike with alcohol, you become dependent not only on a criminal subculture to access what you need, but the lowest rung of that subculture.
So what we've come to learn is that the defense may rely on the sympathies of some of these jurors, and they may get their wish and with that strategy, or they may not. Is back on today as we speak. In fact, prosecutors using the first son's own words against him. The jury has already been presented excerpts from his memoir to show the depths of his drug addiction. And you got an FBI special agent, Erica Jensen, back on the stand for the cross-examination as it continues at this hour. And bringing Andy McCarthy and talk about this. And Andy, good morning to you.
The defense resting in the felony gun case against Hunter Biden. The president's son ended up not testifying in his own defense. ABC News senior national correspondent Terry Moran joins me now from the courthouse in Wilmington, Delaware, along with ABC News legal contributor Brian Buckmeyer. Terry, what's the latest from court?
Well, Diane, both the defense and now the prosecution have rested. The defense, after a long consultation, Hunter Biden was questioned by the judge in a sidebar with the sound muffled from the rest of us. It seemed that was the moment at which the decision was confirmed to the judge that Hunter Biden would not take the witness stand.
Suggesting that he was not using or addicted to drugs when he was purchasing a firearm, and if he is convicted of this crime, then he could certainly face jail time. As you said before, there was a deal that had been reached by the prosecutors and the defense attorneys that fell apart, and this is the trial that he has faced in the wake of that. Essentially, that falling apart of those.
Yo, everybody, what's up? On this Tuesday afternoon, Hunter Biden is the sacrificial lamb for the Democratic Party. Can everybody see what's really going on here? Do you see it yet? Hunter Biden was thrown to the wolves to be the sacrificial lamb for the Democratic Party. So they could turn around and say, see, justice is served on every level. Trump's no special person. We're not going out of our way to prosecute him and stop him from running in November. Look what they did with Hunter, right? The justice system is fair. Or at least that's what they want us to think. Now, I don't know if I'm falling for this smokescreen bullshit that this guy was found guilty on all charges, but kind of happy that he was, but I don't know. I feel like it's a whole big setup to try to justify what's really going on. Now, I could be off base on that, but honestly, am I? Will you guys be the Buttigieg of that whole shit? I'm on today. We're going to talk a little Hunter Biden, a little politics on this Tuesday afternoon in June. What is going on to everybody out there in this fucked up world we live in? Incredibly fucking just fucked up world, man. Now, I don't know whether I believe this shit or not. I don't know if this is... I don't know. I feel like this is a smokescreen just to block everything that's being said and the reaction to Trump's indictments. And I feel like Hunter Biden was in his own... He was in his own state. He had a jury that was like very, very... Democratic. You know, a lot of people in that area know the Bidens and know them, and you know, it seemed like he was and you know, on his own bounds, you know, like in his element where he grew up, you know, and it would almost be impossible to get them to prosecute this guy. But this fast, I don't know, I feel like this fast of this going down, I don't know. It just seems like a smokescreen to me. And we're going to listen to more of what they're saying about this on each of the networks, on all the networks, even the ones on YouTube. You know, everybody's covering this right now. And a lot of people have a lot of different things to say about it. Being the judgmental fucks that we all are, and we discuss all kinds of shit on this channel, in these chats, on the comment sections. We go from politics to sports to fucking whatever it is, right? YouTube. Seeing this from like, we should always be judging and like, we should always be questioning all this shit, because nothing seems like what it is anymore. It just, you know, everything seems like it's something's done because of this, and something's done because of that, and then this leads to this, and then this leads to that. It's not just, you know, it's like all planned out. To me. I don't know. I really don't know what to believe at this point. Hey, shout out to the chat, guys. What's going on? How are you guys doing? How are you guys? What do you think of this? What do you think of this shit? Yeah, he didn't get sentenced yet, but he was found guilty on all charges. So we know that. He was found guilty on all charges. Abel Salas says, not the same thing. Hunter was in federal court for federal crime. Yeah, Trump was taken to state court on a federal charge. Yeah, exactly. Which they have no jurification. Like everybody knows that the case right from the get-go with Trump was a federal, especially if it has to do with campaign shit. So, yeah, that shouldn't have even taken place. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Irish Dave, what's going on, brother? Brandon Harbin, Meow Meow, Big Mark, Anthony, Abel. Yeah, I don't, and Jay, what's up? Shout out to you. Listen, you guys tell me, because I'm really confused at this point, because I thought that this was going to take forever for this, and I thought for sure it would be a, not a not guilty, but like a slap on the wrist type of thing, you know? And apparently, you know, it was, you got more than that, because he was found guilty on everything. So I don't know what to believe, but a lot of these channels that are on YouTube that a lot of us do watch because we can't watch regular news anymore, these channels are all saying, you know, this was a little, well, some of them are saying this was a little too fast. This was, it seems like, you know, this is a, you know, just a reaction to the Trump thing and them saying basically, Hunter, you are the sacrificial lamb. You're going to go in there. They're going to hit you with all the charges. They're going to get you with everything. But we got to do it. We can't get you out of this one. The president was interviewed a couple of days ago, right? And they asked him about if your son... Well, I'll play it for you guys. I'll play it for you guys. And you tell me what you think of this reaction from Biden. He was asked about if his son, you know, was found guilty on all charges, would he take those charges and just, you know, come to grips with them that he's guilty? And he basically said, yeah, I'll accept, you know, what is done. And they asked him about, well, what about, you know, pardoning your son? And he basically said, I don't think he answered it like, oh, you know, I wouldn't do that, or I would do that, or he basically, I don't think he answered it fully, and he was kind of like, I might pardon him. President Biden on pardoning his son. Where is that shit? I think it's right here. Is this it?
Not pardon his son Hunter if he is convicted. President Biden says he will not pardon his son Hunter if he is convicted of federal gun charges. The president added he will accept the outcome of the trial. Hunter Biden has been on trial all week in federal court in Wilmington, Delaware.
All right, so he said that he wouldn't. So, and you know what? I don't know what to believe. His, you know, he could face a good amount of time in jail for this, just like they're saying that Trump is going to face time in jail and perhaps could even go to jail, which is insane. They're going to lock this guy up, you know? And honestly, if they lock Trump up, right, then you can almost guarantee they're going to lock Hunter up, because I really feel like this guy is just, you know, they're going to go hard on him because of the whole Trump thing. So, I mean, who knows? But these are the charges. This is everything that he was found guilty on, right here. Making a false statement on a firearm. He said he didn't do drugs. He wasn't convicted, I think, of a crime or whatever. Yeah, making false statements on his firearms. All that shit, you know. So he could face a good amount of time, but will he serve time? I doubt it, because if the way I look at it is, if Trump is not serving time, right, he's not going to serve time. If Trump is if Trump got convicted, he's going to get convicted. I just feel like they're doing this just to, like, try to say, hey, you know, when the time comes, like, look, my son faced charges. He got found guilty. So it's not just you that, you know, in politics will be held to a standard. It's everybody, even the president's son, you know. But I feel like it's just bullshit. I really, really feel like it's all bullshit, and it's all done. And they said, hey, make sure he gets convicted, because if he gets off on something, it's going to look so terrible to the rest of the world that this guy gets off on all his charges, but yet Trump gets fucked for something that they really shouldn't have even put him up to begin with. So I don't know. I feel like it's just a reflection of what's been going on. So you guys tell me. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, he's probably only saying he's not going to pardon him, and he probably will. And that I could definitely see because, listen, we all know these politicians lie through their teeth constantly. So, you know, expect the unexpected is basically what you got to do when it comes to politics, you know? Especially in the last 10 years. It's been fucking horrific. You know, the lying and all the manipulation and, you know, they tell you there's no problem with our borders for the last 3 years, and now all of a sudden Democrats are scrambling to do something about it. Meanwhile, it's not even anything that they really it didn't even do anything. So, but that's a whole nother story for another day. You know, right now it just seems like this whole shit is happening because of, you know, what happened with Trump. So maybe I'm wrong. I just feel that way. I feel like they you know, told them, you know, let's make sure we get a conviction here because it'll look terrible if this guy gets off. Especially after the last month of all this shit that's gone down. So, but I could be wrong. I don't know. You know, maybe I'm wrong. I don't think I am, but we'll see. We're gonna listen to more here because I want to see what people are reacting about this. Hold on one second. Let me get this queued up.
Biden faces up to 25 years in prison, but he is a first-time nonviolent offender. So what are you watching for there?
25, holy shit.
And specifically, there was nothing ever done with that gun, Diane. It was something that his attorneys leaned in on with some of the investigators in this case, saying, you know, there's no evidence that that gun was ever shot, no evidence that that gun was ever used, and they did confirm that. But moving forward, first and foremost, the parties are going to need to set a sentencing date. The judge in the case said that that is typically about 120 days, but they did not set it in the courtroom. Instead, she said that they would privately confer and be in contact in order to set that sentencing date. But you'd have to expect that, you know, additionally, on top of him being a nonviolent offender, Hunter has expressed remorse for his crime. He has done certain other things that could play into him not getting any jail time. But what I'm really waiting to see is exactly what prosecutors request. Do they go in there, Diane, and request that Hunter Biden serves jail time? It's not necessarily that the judge will follow what their request is, but it will certainly be striking to see what they go in there and seek for Hunter Biden now that they have secured his conviction.
And Asha, anytime we have a conviction, we look out for potential appeal. And you say this one could get interesting. Why?
Well, this is happening against a backdrop of the Supreme Court interpreting the Second Amendment very broadly, using this very originalist
Hunter
interpretation.
Biden. He is a gangster now, bro. Hunter Biden. Look at this, another felon. The president's son is a convicted felon. Ex-president's convicted felon. I mean, we got felons all around us here in the U.S., bro. We're just that gangster country, dude. Yeah. We got that gangster shit. American gangsters, bro. We got the president's son. Motherfuckers doing crack. Fucking up fucking hookers and shit. Slinging dick. And then we got Trump, the biggest fucking godfather of them all, walking through like, yeah. All convicted felons, bro. We got it. We got a lineup, bro. We got a lineup, dude. A fucking country full of fucking felons, dude. What the fuck have we turned into, man? What in the fuck we turned into such a joke, bro? Like this country. Oh my god, it's sad. It's literally sad. you know, from where we went, the beacon of hope throughout the world, justice, the American way, all went out the window, man. Now we're all just we're just a country of crooked, corrupt politicians, man. It's crazy because years ago in this country, they used to blame the mafia for everything. Like, they're the corrupt ones. We have to get them. We have to get them out of America. And we got to stop organized crime. Meanwhile, now our government and all the motherfuckers in it are more corrupt than fucking anybody and anything. And they're probably more corrupt than all the other fucking countries that we used to talk all this shit about. And it's fucking sad, man. The Goon! Holy shit!
Donuts.
Goon, what up, baby? It's the fucking Goon!
Donuts.
The Gazoon! It's the fucking Goon.
I'm in the best shape of my life.
Hey Ken, long time no see.
What's up, brother?
Happy to see you live during the day, feels refreshing. About time that laptop shit came out. I'm so pumped, my girl got me Metallica tickets.
Oh,
anyway,
shit.
Back to work, I'll be watching.
Nice, bro. Your girl got you Metallica tickets. That's fucking awesome. A Metallica concert, they still rock, bro. I'm sorry, they still fucking rock, dude. That's gonna be a hell of a concert to go to. I've seen Metallica a lot of times over the years. So that's fun. And you brought up something I didn't mention yet at all, which is the laptop, which has a lot to do with this. They denied the existence of this laptop to begin with and said it was Russian propaganda, that the Russians planted this laptop. Shout out to the Goon for stopping in, man. Haven't seen the Goon for a while. Shout out to you, Goon. I hope you're doing good, brother. So they said that this laptop was a Russian hoax. They snuck it in. They put all this bullshit in it. It's just Russian propaganda. They swore by it in the beginning. Even Hunter Biden wouldn't, like, commit to that being his laptop when he knew it was. So, but now, all of a sudden, here we are in this trial for Hunter Biden, and now all of a sudden the laptop comes out in court. There's the laptop. They bring it out. They put it on the fucking table. They open it up, right? They look at all the shit in it. All the lawyers looked through it, both sides, got to see what was in there. The shit exists, is my point. The shit always existed. It was always there. The laptop was always there. It documented all the drug use, all the corruption, all the shit that went down with the Bidens. It even had shit in there saying, kick money up to the big guy. I can't take doing this for my father anymore. I'm sick. The whole fucking time, Biden used his son. When he sits there and he's like, we're proud of my son and we're back. You're so proud of him. When Biden does that, right, and he parades, when Jill Biden parades the corpse of her husband, what used to be her husband, out there, and they do a fucking interview where they're like, there was no laptop, there was no this, there was no that, we love our son, we would blah, 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 this and that. It's a fucking joke, because the whole time, Joe Biden used his son as a tool, and they're still doing it to the guy. The crackhead son that you could fucking do whatever you really want to with this guy. Take the heat. Listen, what he did was illegal. He deserves to be prosecuted and shit. But my point is, he wouldn't have been found guilty, wouldn't have been prosecuted if they didn't want to make this look like, oh, the justice system is fair. Look what we did to Hunter. Look what we did to him. Would we let this happen to the president's son if we were that corrupted, is what you're going to hear now. That's going to be the fight now. That's going to be the comeback now when you say what you guys did to Trump is bullshit, especially with the trial he just went through. Not only that, the 2 trials previously where he owes out fucking over $500 million. Number one, to a woman he never even really knew or met. She said she was raped and all this shit 30 years ago, and she loves rape and all this shit. She's a whack job, but yet he had to give her all this money. They fucking gloated over it, and they all right, that's fine, take his money. Then you prosecute him for a federal crime, which there wasn't even a crime. all this shit, president's son, and look what he's doing. He was controlled the entire time by Joe. Joe was using his son to make millions of dollars when he was vice president. He was doing it while he was president. And Hunter Biden has always been the puppet son who's a fuck up, who they could just sling all over the place, make money, do corruption all over the world, and when the shit hits the fan, we'll just put it all on Hunter. And that's what's going to happen now. So not only with the fucking trial for Trump, this is the reaction from that. 100%. This shit is the reaction to that. Because if it didn't look bad and the optics weren't, oh, well, if we don't arrest this, if we don't prosecute this guy and we don't do this, it's going to look terrible to the rest of the country and the world. Like there's a two-tier justice system, which there already is. So it's all a mirage. It's all bullshit. The laptop was real from the fucking get-go. The laptop was real from the very start. Nobody wants to say that in this trial. They're acting like, oh yeah, we always knew it was real. Bullshit. CNN, all these networks sat there for fucking years denying whether this fucking thing was true or not. Denying it was true. It was a Russian hoax. The laptop was in a trial right there, right in court, physically there, on the table, right there. This laptop was held onto by the FBI for the last fucking 5 years or however long. And it was protected by the FBI. People subpoenaed this laptop. They couldn't even get it because the FBI is above the law. They don't have to answer to us or anyone else. The FBI is above the law. What happened in this country is people let people get too powerful. People that are not even fucking voted on to be in these spots, who get appointed these positions, who think that they're above the law and that they could do whatever the fuck they want, whenever the fuck they want, and they have. They've operated seamlessly, no problems at all for the last 70, 80, however fucking long this country has been doing this shit. And they've operated without any thumb on them, without any watch, without anything. And this is what you get from it. Total, utter corruption throughout your entire fucking country. Throughout your entire government. Every facet of the government. Every three-lettered organization. Every representative. Every single one of these people. Every one of them are corrupt. They are all corrupt. You can't trust any of them. None of them. Now, you might want to sit there and say, okay, there are some people in our governments that are true and they keep to, you know, what they should, putting their hand on that Bible and swearing an oath to our country, but they're very far and few in between. And some of them are whack fucking jobs themselves, okay? Like that Marjorie Taylor, Green Taylor, whatever the fucking name is. Like, I like some of the shit she's asking. I like some of the shit she's saying. But let's face it, she's a fucking whack job. Okay, she's a fucking whack job. But maybe that's what you got to be nowadays to fucking clean this whole shit up. Because obviously, this country, this government is so fucking corrupted that it's going to take a literal, like, sweep of the whole thing to clear the deck and to start fresh. No more fucking higher ups. No more appointed fucking spots that people sit in for fucking years, like Fauci for 30 fucking years, sitting in the same spot, making ample money. Why are all of our politicians becoming rich? Why? No, she is a whack job, bro. I watched the whole fucking thing about that chick. And yeah, she fights for justice in her mind, which I do think she fights for justice, but she is crazy. And she's a good crazy, is what I mean. She's willing to fucking stand up in front of all these people. And listen, I'm not going to jump on full board because I don't know her 100%. But you know what? If I was teaching somebody about politics, you know what I would tell them? I would tell them, trust not one of them. Don't trust any of them. None of them. You can't trust any of them. They're not to be trusted. They don't deserve our trust anymore, these politicians. It's the same politicians who stand up and say, we're going to war with this country. It's a just war. And we need you. We need the youth of America to fight this war. And if you don't want to fight this war, we're going to put out a draft and we're going to take you anyway. And if you refuse to go, we'll throw your ass in jail. It's the same politicians that are willing to make those fucking choices that kill our family and ourselves in wars that are the greedy cocksuckers who become rich, you know, by infiltrating the government and acting like they have us, you know, they have our backs when they never did in the first fucking place. It's just greed. It's greed. And you know what? I come to see that these appointed people are even worse than the politicians we vote into office. They're even worse, these fuckers. Because they get in and they feel like they don't have to fucking answer to nobody. You know? So, listen, whether we want to fucking blow it all up and start over fresh or not, this is what's going to happen eventually. I mean, the writing's on the wall. You know, I'm happy that they're holding the president's son to, you know, a standard, and they're going to, hey, he's just like you or me. He's just like you or me. If he breaks the law, he's going to be prosecuted, arrested, he's going to be, you know, the whole thing. I'm happy that that is happening, but I also see what it really is. I'm not going to be that easily just, okay, I'll shut up now and the justice system is great. But this is the argument they're going to use. They are going to say that, you know, this was done because our system works. And when it doesn't, our system does not work. You know, obviously, when you have a situation like what happened with Trump, it just says a lot, and it shows you that not everything is what it seems. So I'm just trying to find out what something they're saying something here. I want to see what he's going to be sentenced and all that shit. Obviously, I don't think he's going to go to jail. I don't think he's going to go to jail. Just like I don't think they're going to send Trump to jail, but you fucking never know. You know, you just never know. They send Trump to jail, there's going to be a huge fucking situation, I think, if that happens. It's not going to be pretty. I think that would be the last straw for a lot of people at that point. I feel like that would be the tipping point, maybe, if they put Trump in jail. And I hope they don't. I hope they don't. I mean, I hope they put this guy in jail. You know what I mean? It's like I want to see Hunter go to jail because I know he's a lot more guiltier than just what they're telling us. But I really don't see both of these guys going to jail. So, but we'll see. Now, if they send Trump to any jail time whatsoever, right? You're going to see the same exact reaction on this side because I think it's just going to mirror everything. I think it's going to mirror everything. It's just a show trial. Basically what this is.
Put his finger on the scale to tip the scale in favor of Joe Biden's son. The president is, you know, the chief executive. The people in a technical sense at the Justice Department work for him. And what they assiduously did and said is that they were pursuing this case without interference of the White House, and that the Attorney General would not interfere with, again, a U.S. appointed attorney appointed by Donald Trump, that they would not affect this case, and that justice would be metered out in a way that's fair and impartial. That DOJ, this Attorney General, who was appointed by Biden, would not put his finger on the scale to tip the scale in favor of Joe Biden's son.
At the end of the...
See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying, right? They're gonna fucking totally use this shit to justify what happened with Trump. That's what this is all about. It's a show trial. This is a fucking show trial. All right, hold on one second, guys. Hold on.
Olivia, you know, we talked so much about Hunter Biden's memoir and how it kept coming up, and there were even parts of his memoir where he's very transparent and very open about the mistakes that he's made in his life, but also his redemption, as he refers to it as. Besides the fact that his book, by the way, has skyrocketed in sales over the last few weeks, how much do you think that memoir kind of came back to bite him a little bit during all this?
Likely very heavily. Prosecutors played over an hour of excerpts worth of Hunter Biden reading that book and reading into the record for the jurors to hear in Hunter Biden's own words about his addiction. And every single time, essentially, Hunter's attorney, Abby Lowell, tried to counter one of the prosecutor's narratives, some of the evidence they were putting in. They would go right back to the excerpt.
President Trump holding a massive rally in Las Vegas yesterday, promising to restore common sense to our country.
Hundreds of thousands of people contributed that they wouldn't have except for the court case. And our poll numbers are higher now than they were before because the people are watching and they know a fake deal. People are saying to themselves, were we better off 4 years ago or are we better off now? And it wasn't even close. Now we have a lot of Democrats that are coming over because really we're the party of common sense. We're a party of common sense.
Meanwhile, a New York Times op-ed out with a list of what could happen should Trump win in November, including putting American manufacturing first, cutting government waste, and a crackdown on illegal immigration, something polls show Americans are increasingly...
She said crack.
...about. Actually, we should point out that this is not an op-ed. This is in their news section. Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez says Trump may throw her in jail if he wins, calling him, quote, nuts, telling the American people to take him at his word. But President Biden has been doing everything that Democrats are accusing Trump of doing.
Well, maybe you should be put in jail, AOC. Maybe you're worried because you're afraid that somebody's finally going to get in there who's going to check everything. You ever think of that, you fucking twat? I bet you she's got like the most like roast beef curtains you ever fucking touched. That bitch must have her finger all up in her pajamas knot every fucking night, just beating those fucking curtains up till they're flapping around like whoop. You could close them right over the window. Just fucking fold them in half. Those fucking lips are probably rubbed out brown and fucking smelly, fucking fuck my own tuna, fucking just, I hate AOC, okay? I fucking can't stand this bitch. Yeah, maybe you will be arrested, you twat. Because maybe you're just as fucking guilty as everybody else is, you fucking dim-witted fuck.
Including opening the border, making America vulnerable, directing social media companies to censor information, using the DOJ to go after political opponents, and driving spending, which of course caused 40-year high inflation. So that's the Biden agenda, and yet the New York Times, in their news section, not even in their op-ed, has this list of stuff, Liz Peek, that they claim Trump is going to do if he wins.
Yeah.
And by the way, should we completely lose, are they losing the fact that there's, and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez claims that Trump is going to throw her in jail? Liz, that's exactly what they're doing to Trump right now.
I don't know.
Are you concerned about the Biden?
With some Democrats that might not want to vote for him now because they don't like what he's doing on the border?
I wouldn't go that far, but I think the deal is like we want to do things that actually solve the problem. And to me, solving the problem is expanding the path to citizenship and for people to actually be able to be documented and follow the rules. And this doesn't necessarily help us to that end.
Is the president making a mistake here?
I mean, I don't think it's really about a mistake or a non-mistake. I think this is about policy, right? And if we want to solve the problem and issues of people not being able to enter the United States in a documented and orderly fashion, what we need to do is making a documented entry into the United States possible and more possible than it presently is. And so that, to me, I think, should remain our priority.
But what does it show you about?
Make me throw up, bitch. Can't stand her, man. But would you toss that salad? But would you toss that? AOC slammed. Oh shit, for saying false accusations. Yeah, she's fucked up, man, this chick. Listen to this. Hold on, you gotta hear this. Why is this not playing? All right, I got it. All right, let's hear this.
Anti-Semitism is an assault on our values as Americans and especially as progressives. Anti-Semitism is also a threat to a community that is a vital partner in our struggles against injustice. So when the Jewish community is threatened, the progressive movement is undermined. That's why it is so important that we reject it as fiercely as we reject and look for misogyny, Islamophobia, or any form of bigotry or discrimination in any space that we occupy. Right now, anti-Semitism is on the rise in America and across the world. Acknowledging that fact does not take away from fights for liberation. It actually advances them. And the growth of anti-Semitic attacks and rhetoric before and since October 7th is unacceptable to all of us who believe in a better world, period. I want to be honest here. Some of this discussion can be complicated, but a lot of this is not complicated at all. We can and should be equipping ourselves with the tools to recognize when actual anti-Semitism is clear and present, and also how to check it immediately.
I love how these people are all like, you know, connoisseurs on all this shit. They know it better than us. They know better than us, you know what I mean? They just all know better than we do because we're just stupid humans, you know? And stupid humans, what do we know? Joe Biden is speaking about gun control right now as his son was found guilty. The guy's out speaking about gun control right now. Gun control! Gun control is a good thing, isn't it? Yeah. It's a good thing, gun control. And my son, yeah, he controls guns, yeah. He controlled a gun once when he was high on crack cocaine, my son. He was high
under gun control, and then my son is a gun control.
Because there is breaking news at this hour. A guilty verdict in Hunter Biden's federal gun trial in Wilmington, Delaware. The president's son facing 3 felony counts, accused of lying at a federal form about drug use when he bought a gun in 2018, saying he was not a drug user, and prosecutors arguing he illegally had that gun for 11 days. After deliberating for about an hour on the first day, about 2 hours today, they have found him guilty on all 3 charges. Count 1, making a false statement in the purchase of a firearm. Guilty of count 2, making a false statement related to information required to be kept by a federal licensed firearms dealer. And guilty on count 3, possessing a firearm by a person who is an unlawful user or addicted to a controlled substance. So again.
Now let me ask you guys this question. If Donald Trump had a gun, lied on a you know, a pamphlet to get the gun, had it illegally for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, was high, doing crack. I mean, how bad do you think that would be for Trump? You know, it's crazy. I feel like history is repeating itself because they came up with that saying, trumped up charges. Trumped up charges. Before Trump even got trumped up charges. And it's like, is history repeating itself, or are we like, it's just really weird shit that's going on. I don't know. I'm starting to like connect the dots between a lot of shit. You know? Go ask him if he needs a ride. Oh, God. Trumped up charges. Right? So weird. I don't know, man. I don't believe anything anymore that I see. I just don't. I really don't. I just can't trust anything. I really just cannot trust anything at this point. Everything I hear and I see, it's like, I say to myself, are they telling the truth? And, you know, you try to, like, as all of us that are here that dwell on YouTube, right? Holla for that dollar.
Well, damn, Sir Hunter got fired by the law, and guess what? Won't nothing happen, watch.
That's what I'm saying.
Hail US offer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like this is all done just to, like I said before, like just to mirage. Because they saw, okay, they obviously didn't count on Trump being prosecuted and people going and donating to him in record numbers. They didn't think that was possible because they wouldn't have done it if they did. You know what I mean? So they make that mistake, right? Now they say to themselves, oh shit, like if we keep doing this, you know, it's just going to keep making him look better and better. And people in America really are believing that we're doing this to him on purpose, that he really shouldn't have went through this, right? So obviously this court case, if the fix was in, you know, if you're one of these people that have been directing this whole thing from the get-go, trying to like cut the corners and shit, you would say, wouldn't any normal person say, yo, we cannot let Hunter Biden go to jail for this. Like, we cannot let Hunter Biden get off on this because it's going to look so bad to the public. Like, oh, you know, the son gets brought up on charges, he gets set free. Donald Trump goes up for bullshit that trumped up charges, nobody even really knows what they are, and he gets, you know, probably jail time. We gotta have Hunter take the bite on this one. And you know what? Hunter's the fuck up. He's the fuck up of the family, and I really think now that the Bidens, you know, Joe Biden planned this way. He's been using his son Hunter for a long time. And you know what? I think eventually one day it'll all come out. Once Joe Biden's dead and gone, right? And Hunter's 20 years from now looking to make some extra money, he'll come out with a tell-all book, right? Where he'll tell everybody how much of a scumbag his father really is, how he showered with his own fucking daughter till she was almost 20 years old, how he manipulated, controlled, and divided his own fucking family, right? How he covered up his relationship with his first wife, who mysteriously died in a car crash. Maybe one day he'll even answer to who the big man is that they kick up money to, right? I mean, because this is what happens, right? People lie to us, and then they come out with books 20, 30, 40 years later, and we find out what really happened, and it's like, oh, yeah, we kind of knew that when it was going on, but do we ever get any fucking way of, like, holding these people responsible? No, and that's fine. They found Hunter guilty. A lot of people are going to be like, okay, justice still lives. Thank God for justice, and that's fine. If you want to sit there and fucking... I mean, I'm happy he got found guilty, but I also, in the same breath, I'm like, it's a bunch of bullshit. It's just a mirage. That's all it is. It's just a fucking mirage. It's just a mirage. It's not even true. It's done to combat something else. It's a reaction to something else. It's just like it always is in this country. Everything's a reaction to something else with politics. You just can't trust anything. You can't. So, I'm happy he found guilty. I'm happy he's found guilty and that justice is, but I don't know. I don't know, man. Justice is being served, but not really, because of the whole fact that they did what they did to Trump. I don't know. I just feel like this is a reaction to it. I really do.
A few of them, but obviously this verdict bringing to a close a very painful chapter in the Biden family history and a very painful trial, quite frankly.
Are we expecting to hear from anyone soon? I mean, from your vantage point, can you see whether any microphones are set up?
There is an area with microphones. It is possible that we could hear from lawyers for both Hunter Biden and for the government special counsel David Weiss. Momentarily, we've not yet heard any news of that. We did see Hunter leave with First Lady Jill Biden, not likely to make any remarks at this time. And as you heard, earlier on our special report, President Biden set to make some remarks later today. He's actually at a firearms safety event hosting one at the White House back in Washington, D.C.
His son's getting prosecuted for illegal firearm. Meanwhile, he's at a fucking firearms fight.
Something develops. Let's bring in CBS News legal contributor and Loyola Law School professor Jessica Levinson.
It's such a fucking...
First,
it's such a three-ring circus at this point, man, in our country. It has turned into, like, as kids, we used to hear this shit about... as kids, you would hear this shit about the president who got arrested, and not arrested, but he had to leave the White House, Nixon. As a kid, I would hear about Nixon and how crazy it was that all this shit went on, and they made an actual president resign from the White House and leave the White House. And we were taught this in school, and how something like this never happened before, and it was unprecedented, and all this shit, right? And here we are as grown-ups now, and all this shit going down. It makes the Watergate shit look like nothing at all. The corruption and all this bullshit, it makes Watergate look like nothing. Like, that was small beans compared to this bullshit that we're going through now. I don't have the keys to your car. You have the keys to my car. I don't have them. Yeah, I don't have them. I haven't seen them. You have my keys. So you, fine. Yo, close that door. Thank you. Thank you.
Can I borrow your car? Can I do that? Can I get money? Can I do this? Can I do that? Can you bring me here? Can you pay for this? Can you say that? Can you bring me that? Can you do this?
Christ. You know what I mean? But hey, at least we're not Hunter Biden, right? So, I mean, he's not going to jail, guys. Come on. He's not us. If he was a normal person, he'd be going to jail. He would have been found guilty, right? But this is all, I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. Yeah, I think that's the truth. Hunter, yeah, he bit the bullet for this. They're like, hey, Dak, can you get me off? And they're like, for months saying, yeah, we're going to get you off. We're going to get you off. And then they come to him and say, listen, with all the shit that went down with Trump in the last couple of months, I don't think it's going to be good that we fix this thing and we get you off scot-free. Like, you're going to have to take one for the team here, Hunter. Like, you're going to have to take one for the team. And he's probably like, I always take one for the team. The whole fucking laptop thing and the fucking money and the fucking Chinese interference and the Russian thing. And, like, I take all the bumps. And they're like, oh, you're a fuck up. So you got to take this last bump. You might even face some, jail time. But, and another thing, Piers Morgan, who I love, all right, I love Piers Morgan. I don't agree with him on everything, but the guy gets great interviews and he asks great questions, right? And he had on Hunter's stripper, girlfriend, wife, whatever, baby mama. And this woman totally acted like the Bidens got to her. Like the Bidens got to her ass big time, because she was basically saying, Hunter is not what everybody thinks he is. He's not that bad of a person. He's actually a really good person. And, you guys don't know him like I do, obviously. And, he's a good, caring person. Meanwhile, she persists to sit there and tell everybody how when she had her baby, how this fuck didn't even show up, didn't even call, no money, no nothing towards his kid. He could put his dick in this woman and fuck her while he's married, right? And he can do all that. But when she has a kid, a couple of months later, it's a big, I don't know you. Just like his grandparents. Our president of the United States wouldn't even address the fact that he had another grandchild. He would say, oh, our 6 grandchildren that we have. And they're like, no, you actually have 7. Even the fucked up news people even said that too. Like, no, actually, you have 7. And they ignored it, and they wouldn't fucking acknowledge this baby that has done nothing to this family. I mean, your son put his dick in a stripper, got her pregnant, and now you guys want to try to erase the fact that you have a grandchild out there? You want to just say you have 6 grandchildren? Like, that's a bunch of scumbags. Those are people that are scumbags. White privileged scumbags. And Joe Biden has been a career scumbag his whole life. Go back and look at his shit. If you don't know about it, go back and look at it. The guy used to perjurize people constantly. He took this thing that this guy was saying in England when he was running for office, how his wife beat cancer and did this and did that. And he used almost the same exact speech. He stole from Kennedy, JFK. He stole parts of his speech, put it in his own speech. People caught him. People were like, you're such a fucking plagiaristic piece of shit that you can't run for president now. And he had to back out of running for president in the 80s because he was such a fucking lying scumbag. And his family, is like that too. Hunter obviously has been known to be a fucking complete scumbag. But he has money and he has a powerful father, so he's able to clean himself up, keep himself out of trouble for as long as he can. But now we've reached a point where Daddy had to turn to him and say, Sonny, you got to take one for the team here, buddy. Okay? We're going to find you guilty. And he's probably like, Dad, you told me that you would fix it. What? Like, why are we doing it? Well, because we got it. We got to do what we got to do because Trump, it looks bad. We didn't expect the reaction that Trump was going to get. We thought people would turn their backs on him and say, I'm not voting for a convicted felon. I don't want nothing to do with a convicted felon. We thought that that's what they were going to say, but they started sending him money. They started switching from Democrat to Republican just to vote for him now because they believe that he's being shafted. And we can't have that. So now we got to have you get fucked a little in jail and it'll look better for all of us. So can we do that? Can we please do that? And the kid was probably like, you know what, Dad, this is fucked up. You could just pardon me and I don't have to deal with this shit. And what is he saying? Nope, can't do it because it's just not going to look right, Just like the border. For 3 years, you tell us there's nothing wrong with the border. No, nothing's going on over there. Why do we see thousands of people running over it every day? No, that's not happening. That's not really what's going on. Oh, okay, so there's no problem. No problem at all at the border. Okay, well, in your fourth year, you turn around and go, we got a serious problem at the border. We have to do this, this, and this, which does nothing. If you look into what Biden just did at the border, it does nothing. And it's all just a mirage. It's all just a mirage. Like always. All just a bullshit story for us sheep. For the sheep. You know? It's feeding for the sheep. If they were really throwing him to the wolves, Jill Biden and the family wouldn't have showed up to court so much trying to influence the jury. I mean, I don't know about that. Like, I don't... I could see what you're saying, you know, them showing up. But I don't know. Is she showing up to show support to her stepson? Is she showing up to influence the jury? Is she showing up to just show the rest of the country and the world that, like, no, we're a tight family and we care about him? You know, who knows? Is she showing up because she's a mother who's worried about a son? I mean, I don't know. I really don't know, you know? I just feel like at the beginning of this, when they were telling people where this whole case took place in Delaware, like, it's their home turf. It's Biden home turf. Like, they're revered and loved in this area. So right away, everybody was like, oh, okay, so this is done in the, you know, his backyard. He's not going to get convicted. He's going to have a jury that's going to feel for him, and they know the family, they know everything. And we had the outcome of guilty on all charges. So, I don't know. Yeah, now they want to do something about the border, I know. It's such bullshit, man. It's honestly, and it does work on some people, because there are some people out there that go, oh, they just didn't realize what, you know, how bad the border was, and now they are, and now they're doing the right things. No, they opened the border. It wasn't, you know, if you speak to Biden or anybody in his staff, right, they will tell you that this is all Donald Trump's fault, that the border was like this because of Donald Trump. Meanwhile, it's like you came into office and you changed all things Donald Trump was doing. So how could you say it was Donald Trump? Oh, well, his other decisions led to this. Well, I don't think so. You guys sat there and said there wasn't a problem. Now there is a problem that Trump made? That makes no sense to me. So they just jump all around and say whatever the fuck that they think we want to hear for that week, you know? But in reality, there's been a problem with the border as soon as, I mean, I think the first day Biden was in office, I'm pretty sure the first thing he did was to take down some of the laws and some of the restrictions that Trump laid out for the border. I think that was one of his first acts as president, was to pull those things back from the border. I mean, let's face it, this is a plan. It's obviously a plan. You know, get all these people to flood the country. And it's either a plan of one or two ways. It's either to get them in so we can turn them into voters and American citizens, or get as many people in as we can so we could have our own October 7th or whatever the fuck it was in Israel. Because there are enough people here now, illegally, that could probably attack the fuck out of us. This is not the country that you want to do that in, because this country, depending upon where you go and what state you're in, mostly everybody's armed. So this wouldn't exactly be the best country to go and pull a October surprise on us, because you're going to get caught. You're going to get caught with resistance. There's no doubt about it. We're Americans. We don't just sit there and let you slaughter a whole fucking town before people arm themselves and kill you. There was people who fucking went out in tanks in our country who was barreling through buildings and this and that, and residents fucking defended themselves and wind up killing these people. Like, it's not going to happen in America. You might get couple of people, but trust me, depending upon where you are, you're going to get fucking lit up real quick, especially if you're in middle America, Texas, one of those places. You ain't fucking killing many people before somebody fucking blows you away. And if they want to do an October surprise on us, then fucking do it. Do it. Get all your militants ready in our own country, because you are allowed to come over our borders and do whatever the fuck you want. Get them all together, arm them all up, and tell them, get and kill Americans now. Go into their homes, kill them, kill whoever you see. Right? Do it. Do it. Do it, because it ain't gonna last long, motherfucker. You ain't gonna get an Israel here. You're gonna get a lot. You're gonna get a lot different outcome than you would in like you did in Israel. Trust me. So if that's their plan to come and attack us with an October surprise, bring it. Fucking bring it. Bring it. And who knows? It could be both of those things. We're going to do an October surprise, and we're also going to have the rest of these people all fucking sworn in as American citizens, all in one fell swoop. Swear them all in, and now you're all registered Americans. You can go vote now, and you know who they're voting for. All Democrats. Every time. Every single one of those people that come over the border, they all say the same thing. Vote for Biden, vote for Biden. If you were an American and you could vote, who would you vote for? They all say Biden. They all say Biden told us to come. Biden opened up the door. Biden wants us here. Biden, 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 Biden. Yeah. There are some fucked up, dude. I hate both parties at this point, dude. I am not a Republican. I hate both parties at this point. I'm sorry. You know, yeah, I know. That's what they say. They said they had a bill ready to go, but Trump knocked it down because he wants a problem at the border for when they run for president, which is bullshit. What a fucking bullshit story these people make up, dude. Like, what the fuck? They really know how to just load up the bullshit, don't they? They are fucking good. They are fucking good at the bullshit, man. These politicians, and that's why they're politicians, because they are that good. They are just that good. They tell you that he knocked down a bill that would have just fixed everything. It would have fixed everything, right? I love it. Yeah, it's not our fault. I mean, Trump knocked down this bill that would have fucking fixed everything, you know? Yeah, okay! Sure. Right. I love it. Yeah, I mean, listen, dude, enjoy your life. Enjoy your lives. You know, because if you sit there just worried about this all day, every day, you'll drive yourself nuts. Enjoy your shit that you do. If you want to bury your head in wrestling or in sports or into hobbies and music and this and that, you do it, right? And we all just try to live our lives and try to survive, right? Try to take care of our own and survive. And they know that. They know that. They know they can play us and push us as far as they can. But one day they're going to push, and they're going to get an outcome that they're not going to like. One day they're going to bite off more than they can chew eventually, and people are going to just be done. They're going to literally be done. You know? So, I do believe that day will come. Because they won't stop until they push too far. This guy who is outside the courthouse screaming all day the same shit. Listen. Jesus Christ, man.
For a moment, we do have some breaking news out of the verdict in the Hunter Biden gun trial. We are going to go to Eamon Javers in Washington. Eamon.
Carl, that's right. A federal jury has now found Hunter Biden guilty on all 3 counts This is in relation to a gun incident. Hunter Biden faced 3 charges. He faced a charge of false statement material to a firearms sale. For that count, prosecutors needed to prove whether Hunter Biden made a false statement when he filled out a form related to his gun purchase and whether he knew that statement was false. On count 1, the jury found Hunter Biden guilty. On count 2, that was a false statement in a firearms transaction record. For that count, what prosecutors were trying to prove was that the defendant made a false statement filling out the form and knew that that statement was false. And on count 3, possession of a firearm by a drug user or a drug addict, prosecutors needed to prove in that case whether the defendant was either an unlawful user of a controlled substance or a drug addict, and whether the defendant knowingly possessed a firearm. The jury then finding Hunter Biden guilty in that count as well. So this was a trial, guys, that wrapped up yesterday and has been the source of a lot of really sordid testimony about Hunter Biden's life, his experiences. It's been very damaging for the First family. The First Lady attended the trial on a number of different days here to show support for Hunter Biden. This has been sort of a tragic experience for the Biden family to see all this aired in a public court setting. Now it is over.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think Jill and the other family members showed up for? Do you think that they showed up to give support to their son? Do you think they showed up to influence the jury or, you know, make it look a certain way, like they really care about this kid, like they really give a fuck? Or what do you think? You think it was bullshit? You think she showed up because she is a loving stepmom who cares about her stepson, and or is it all for show? Do you think Hunter was the sacrificial lamb to make it look like, you know, our justice system in America still works? Because I think if he would have got off and he would have been found like not guilty on all charges, I think people would have been like right away. It would have been, you know, look at this. Look at what they did to Trump, and look at this. You know, the president's son gets off no problem. You know, I feel like, I don't know, house arrest, probation, community service is all he'll get. Yeah, community service will be invoked, him going to schools, tell kids not to do drugs. Yeah, you're right. Fucking A right. You know, it'll be a slap on the wrist, but you know what? It'll be a legal one, and if the legal system does work because of the pressure put on them not to do some backdoor shit and to let this kid, you know, let this guy get off, and, you know, like none of us would, you know, all of us, if we did anything like this, we'd be going away a couple of years, there's no doubt. So if they're doing it for that reason, because of the pressure of what the Trump trial looked like, then you know what? So be it. You know, so be it. At least at that level, I can say, all right, well, the justice system worked because because the pressure, not us, we didn't put pressure, but well, maybe it is us. Because there is, you know what? It is us. Because if you think about it, when they did what they did to Trump, they did not expect people to respond the way they did. They did not expect Trump's fucking donations to go through the roof in 24 hours that they made that, you know, decision on him. They did not expect that to happen. So if him being found guilty of all this is because of what happened with that, the pressure that Americans are saying, hey, this is bullshit, then so be it. But it shouldn't work that way. The way it should work is the way that we always thought it worked. Doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter how much money you got, doesn't matter who you know, who you blow. It just matters that you did the crime, you get, you know, you do the time if you really did the crime. And that's the way we always thought it was here. And now it's like we got to apply pressure as Americans to make sure, hey, make sure you guys do the right thing here, like you did with Trump, right? Make sure you get the president's son prosecuted, because what's right is right. If he's guilty of it, he should be found guilty, and whatever should be served, time, whether it be community service, whatever. But the bottom line is, like, do the right thing. And maybe they were forced into it, or maybe it would have happened anyway. I don't know. I mean, my gut tells me that this is just in response to what has happened with Trump. Now, am I looking too into it? I really don't know. I can't answer my own question, I guess. I don't really fucking know, to be honest with you. You know? I don't know if I'm right or I'm wrong, but I really do feel like that's the situation. You know, like I feel like if this didn't happen with Trump, Biden, like say Trump never got prosecuted, never got arrested, never had anything go down like it did, right? Do you think the same outcome of this trial would have happened with Hunter? And I can't say whether I believe that or not. You know, I really think that this is in direct, response to what happened with Trump. I really feel like it is. You know, I really feel like this is in direct response to the Trump situation. So I don't know. Am I wrong? That remains to be seen. I don't fucking know, but my gut tells me that this is, but like I said, if this is what it took to get the justice system to do the right thing, it shouldn't be that way, but it is. And maybe this is what we need to do every time something like this goes down, where they're bringing up a politician's family member or a politician up on charges. Maybe we need to apply pressure at every moment just to get these people to do the right fucking thing. Which is crazy to say, because that's not the American way. Justice is justice. You know, that's why it was created, the justice system, to get justice for the people that deserve it. For victims, to put people in jail that deserve it. To prosecute people that deserve it, that have broken laws. But it seems like all these people that are prosecuting people are people who break the law more than the people that they're prosecuting. So, who knows? It's crap. Yeah, it is crap. I think it is, man. I really do. I think it's bullshit. I just think that all this pressure had to be applied so they do the right thing, and that's not the way it's supposed to be. Because if it was me or you in that courthouse, we would be going away and you know what? This remains to be seen. They might throw him away for a while. Who knows? But if it was me or you, we don't have no daddy who's a president to fucking throw us a freaking bone and, get us out of serious jail time. So, I don't know what to believe at this point, man. I really don't. But people are definitely happy that this came down, that they're holding, people responsible that they should. And I guess it doesn't really matter how we got here, that, it just matters that we're here. So I just feel like it's just a setup just to say, hey, look, if this went down like this, then you can't say that the justice system is fucked. And I know I'm going to hear that argument from all these fucking hacks that are on TV. I just know that's going to be their argument. You just know it. Well, look, the justice system worked. Hunter Biden wouldn't have been found guilty then if it wasn't working. So you can't say Trump got railroaded. You can't say Trump got fucked. You just got to say, yeah, okay, the justice system works. So Trump obviously was guilty, or whatever the case may be, But honestly, bullshit. Just a bunch of bullshit. That's all it is. It's all just bullshit. It's all fake. It's all done so we, the public, are like, yeah, all right, that's good. That'll do. That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Well, listen. You guys let me know. If you see this on the rebound and you aren't here live, you can check this video out. Please let me know under the comment sections what you think about this shit. Is it bullshit? Are you happy about this? Do you think justice was served? Do you think that, it was pressured? Why was Joe Biden there? Why was his family there so much showing support? Were they there because they really are family members who love this guy and showed support? Were they there to put pressure on the jury? Were they there to make it look like something that it's not? Were they there to, you know, what is it? What do you feel? Because like I said, my gut tells me this is all just a stage. And it's all just to, okay, let's make this look good, take the hit, so we can say this, this, and that, and we don't have to make it look like we headhunted Donald Trump. So, but at the end of the day, today on a Wednesday in June, right? Oh yeah, by the way, I told you guys about the Jersey website through Walmart. I was supposed to get my Boomer Esiason jersey for $40. All right, this jersey's like $300 in Mitchell and Nice, and I got it, and it was the wrong jersey. It wasn't even right, and it was all fucked up. So it's all bullshit. Those jerseys, be very leery if you're buying jerseys from them. Just to warn you guys. But hey, listen, it's June 11th, 2024, and the president's son got indicted. Are you happy? Are you not? Do you think justice worked the right way? Do you think it was pressured? Do you think this is all just a stage? Let me know. Please let me know. And hit that like button for me, guys. And everybody else, have a good rest of your week. I might see you guys tonight. I might be coming on with a Sopranos show. We're doing a Sopranos themed, like a reunion type thing. Just going back on the show and looking at it over the years. We talk about it so much on our shows and everything. And are still huge fans of the show. So look for that soon on the channel. It might be tonight or tomorrow night. We're going to do it live. Fuck it, we'll do it live and all that shit. So look for this Sopranos show soon. And like I said, guys, let me know. Let me know if I'm wrong. Like I said, I'll say this in closing. I really do feel like this is all just to respond to what happened with Trump, and that they're doing this just to, you know, say, hey, take one for the team. I could have got you off, but I'm not going to, because we can't do this now. It's not just, it's bad timing. So you gotta bite the bullet on this. As someone said in the chat, you gotta bite the bullet. And I love you guys for being here in the chat and speaking your mind, whether you agree with me or not. That's the way it should be. So I do appreciate you guys coming here and during the midday and fucking hanging out with me for a little bit. And everybody who chimed in, thank you. I appreciate it. Let me know what you guys think, like I said, on the comment section and all that. And have a good week. And we'll see you guys very soon. Peace out. Stay healthy. Hunter Biden arrested, baby. I don't know whether to feel good about it or I don't know. Justice was served, right? But did we have to pressure them into it, is the question. Hey, but either way, that motherfucker might have an ankle bracelet pretty soon. He gonna be under house arrest, getting his dick sucked with crack. Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck, yeah.
Yo, Diddy, you gave me the ooshmash.
Did he give Diddy the ooshmash? Maybe he'll start hanging out with P. Diddy soon. Who knows? He gave him the good ooshmash gushgash. Maybe that's what Hunter will be doing. He'll be giving out ooshmash gushgashes to everyone.
Yo, Diddy, you gave me the ooshgash gooshmash. You gave me the ooshgash muaf. The smooshmash. Diddy. Yeah, son. I mean.
Here, we'll play this in leaving for you guys. Here we go.
Shout out to Bass Records. Hey, yo, Hunter. Roll up another one of them congressional spots, brother. Come on. Yeah, Hunter, come on. He was gonna get his laptop fixed, but Hunter got high. Yeah, I'm getting high, motherfucker. He wasn't gonna show all them dick pics, but Hunter got high. Take a look at my dick, yo. He should've let Hillary bleach his whole hard drive. Yeah, Hunter got high. Hunter got high.
Hunter got arrested, baby. Hunter going to jail, baby. Hunter's going to jail.
He wasn't gonna mess with the hoes, but Hunter got high. He was gonna take them all out on the boat, but Hunter got high. He's the smartest man Joe ever knew in his life. Yeah, head to Hunter got high. Hunter got high. Hunter got high. He was gonna go visit his dad, but Hunter got high.
I'm getting high, motherfucker.
He thought he had a secret stash, but Hunter got high. The White House got shut down. We all know why.
Cocaina! Cocaina!
Hunter got high.
Yeah. Hunter get high like
he
a
never
motherfucker.
could pay worth a fuck. Hunter got high.
Hunter get so high. Yeah.
Now he gets $500,000 and up. Damn, that's high.
That's fucking high, dude.
Biden never used to start with BUI. Yeah, head to Hunter got high. Hunter got high. Hunter got high. Ukraine wasn't part of the plan till Hunter got high.